Have you ever done this? Or this? Or this? And sell out an important game? In my previous video, I showed the best ways to get shape on the game ball from anywhere on the table. This is an important skill because you want the winning shot to be as easy as possible, but we don't always leave the game ball as good as we would like. In this video, I demonstrate the best strategies when faced with a difficult game ball shot. These strategies will help you win more games. This is an excerpt from the Video Encyclopedia of 9-Ball and 10-Ball, or VENT, that covers all techniques and strategies to help you be more effective in rotation games. But these strategies also apply to other games, including 8-Ball. For the winning shot, this is obviously the sort of layout you want, straight in with not too much distance. Many inexperienced players would slow roll this into the pocket. However, for most people, a firmer hit is better. A faster speed eliminates table roll-off as a possible concern and allows for a more confident stroke. People often don't think much about cue ball position when shooting the last shot, but in general, you should give the same attention to cue ball position on the last shot as you do with any other shot. First of all, you want to be absolutely sure you will not scratch. Secondly, if you happen to miss the shot, heaven forbid, you should try to leave the cue ball in a place that won't leave an easy shot for your opponent. Bob's goal is to use a confident stroke and leave the cue ball close to the center of the head rail. Bob made the shot, but if he had missed it, at least his opponent would be left with a long shot. And depending on where the 9 ended up, the shot might be long and difficult. Here's an unfortunate situation where Bob is on the 50-yard line, where the shots in the side and the corner are equally difficult. Most players would prefer cutting this into the side, since the cut to the corner is a back cut, which is tougher to visualize. However, if you are playing on a table with tight pockets, you might consider a bank shot here since the angle is fairly natural. Bob's goal is to bank the 9 cross-side and leave the cue ball as close to the center of the foot rail as possible, to leave his opponent bad if he misses. If Bob had missed the bank, his opponent would have likely faced a very difficult shot. If you aren't comfortable with the bank, a good option is the cut in the side, again with a speed that will leave the cue ball in a tough position for your opponent if you should miss. In actual play, Bob would expect to pocket this ball, but if he didn't, this is no picnic for his opponent. Here, the shot into the side is fairly easy, but it is still good to use a confident stroke and leave the cue ball close to the center of the foot rail if you should miss. This is a very common shot on the last ball in 9-Ball or 10-Ball. Here, the best shot is a confident stroke with slight outside English that sends the cue ball through the center of the table where there is no risk of a scratch. With a little more speed, Bob could have also left the cue ball close to the center of the end rail, which is a good place in case of a miss. One advantage of a firmer shot with outside English is there will be less throw, even with cling or skid. If you don't know much about these topics, see the resource pages on the VENT website. Again, this is an important shot to which you should dedicate practice time. Another good option in this situation is to just roll the cue ball to come off 2 cushions toward the center of the head rail. Again, you don't want to use too slow a speed with a shot like this where table roll-off and throw become greater concerns. Even if Bob had missed the shot, his opponent might still have a very difficult shot to face. This is not the best cue ball position for the final shot of the game, and a safety is an option to consider. If you decide to go for the win, rolling the cue ball off 2 rails, as with the previous shot, is the best option. When you shoot straight up the table at a ball near the spot, there is no chance of a scratch off 2 cushions unless you have running side on the cue ball. It is important to learn what is risk-free for standard situations like these. As always, see the links below in the video description or pinned comment for more information and examples. And good luck with your game from Dr. Dave.